Hi guys, Elite Legionarii here again, and this will be my third live commentary battle, and this is a 2 vs 2, and I am playing as my favourite faction, the Julli, and unfortunately my ally is a CPU, because I couldn't actually get a 4th player in this game. Anyway, my initial opponent, Internal Flame, is playing as the Macedonians, and my other opponent, Trajan, is the Seleucid Empire. He's got the CPU, so he's got a pretty easy battle on his hands, I should imagine. And anyway, my army consists of 5 units of gold attack Roman archers, 6 units of I think it's silver gold. Oh wait, no, gold legionary cohort, and 4 units of gold legionary cavalry. Now he puts all his cav on his right, so I match mine, put mine all on the left. Oh, there goes the Egyptian general.
Now we will see if these men can hold in the face of this calamity.
Anyway, I match that, which sometimes is a good idea in games if you do things like that, because you see if your opponent's really ready to match it. But anyway, I do decide to match it. And he, as I said, he has 4 companion cavalry gold, 3 phalanx pikemen, no upgrades, 1 levy pikeman, no upgrades, and I think it was about 6 Cretan archers, gold attack, I think it was, and he's got 4 gold royal pikemen. Now I'm going to close in here, and I'm only going to put 4 to match my legionary cohort to match 4 of his royal pikes. If I had been him, I think I would have put that levy pikeman out in front as a peeler shield, and only put one of the phalanx pikemen as a reserve in the back, and use the other 2 to support with his cav. Because as I said in my first live commentary battle, in cav battle, and the companion cav have the advantage in the charge, but legionary cavalry will win in the melee duel like they are in now. Unless there's big differences in upgrades. So he's got all these Cretans, and I'm just using the cheap regular Roman archers, and I'm doing a lot of damage to them. So sometimes, if you're going to use things like Cretan archers, you need to take advantage of the range. Otherwise, you're going to spend a lot of money where you don't need to. Where someone who spent less money on less archers and is still doing a good job, such as I am now. So sometimes it's better to not spend all that money on those archers. Not saying you shouldn't ever do it or anything. I sometimes like to do it. And I discharged my peeler before, and now they're down to the one-on-ones. And I'm happy to let this cohort fight, these 2 phalanx fight. They've got no upgrades, so they're not a problem. Here, I will catch his. He sent some levies to help his companions, but they were too late, so I'm going to use this unit of cohorts to assist them. Now I'm coming in for some hammer and anvil strikes here, and this should rout more or less the whole line. So he's an immediate rout, and here's another rout, and it's the general unit, so that's a disaster for them. Now, basically I'm just going to do some more hammer and anvil strikes. Well, I think my own cavalry sort of interrupted that one, but it still worked anyway. So yeah, I'm making pretty short work of the Macedonian player, to be honest. I think in my opinion he didn't employ his reserve line, the phalanx pikeman and the levy pikeman correctly. I'm not saying I have all the answers, but as I said, I'd use that levy pikeman as a peeler shield, and I'd put one of the phalanx pikemen just so I could support a weak part in the line if one became exposed. And the other 2 phalanx pikemen I'd use as support for my companions. And he didn't do any of that, and it might have just turned the battle slightly in his favour if he had. He might have been able to do more damage. Here goes the Macedonian general. And now the Seleucid player Trajan is bringing in his cataphracts to get some of the archers. Here he sends his general in though, and this wasn't probably a very good idea. There it is there, it looks pretty awesome. But oh, he's going to die, you see, and that's the man he got isolated and he got killed. And the thing with cataphracts is, yes, they're incredibly powerful, they tire very quick because of all that armour, And basically, what a good idea to beat them is let them run around a bit, let them chase you around, get them tired, and surround them, and they'll rout like instantly. That's how I've found I can beat cataphracts. You'll probably hear other players say similar things. So basically now I'm just going to reformulate my line to face the remainder of Trajan's Seleucid forces. For those of you who don't know who Trajan is, he was one of the 5 good emperors, or so-called good emperors of the Roman Empire. And under his rule, Rome actually reached its greatest extent, going from Britain, northern Britain, right to pretty much, like modern day sort of Iran, Iraq type areas, and right near the Caspian Sea and that sort of thing. So, a big empire, needless to say. There's the little history lesson. Not that I know a lot about history. I'm a bit of a fan, but I'm sure that many of you know a lot more than me. I'm just doing a bit of mopping up here. Make my scorecard look fancier with more kills on it. Here, I tell my archers to stop firing because I want to save them for later. These Egyptians are providing a useful distraction, I suppose, and they did a good job. I gave them chariots because I knew under AI control they'd need help, and chariots are a good way to deal with forces of any kind, even cataphracts. So now I'm just marching along here, and hopefully once I realise my cav are not keeping up, I'll move them. Anyway, he's sending his archers off to his flanks, so he might be aiming to get some flank shots, but my archers will be able to handle them fine, and I got my cavs so they can just mop them up. I mean, I decided to condense them into more blocky formations, to be honest, because he's got depleted numbers, and it's better work with legionary cohort against pikes. So anyway, he sends some pikes up here to get some advantages. I'm going to send these 2 to match him, and I'm going to send these forward, and I'll send these 2 forward to match him. He's bringing up some of his just Greek cavalry, and they probably won't be able to do a lot because I'll just use my cavalry to counter. I mean, Greek cavalry are quite useful, like picking off archers, and they're quite good in traps and ambushes and things if you can, time it right and all that sort of thing. And I'm not overly great at that either, but I mean, I've done it a few times, it's quite good. But in this case, his Greek cavalry is of no use to him at all, really. Even if he hammer and anvils here, which he does, it'll do nothing. He'll probably rout his own men. So, yep, after. It's a bit ridiculous, I suppose, but, see how it goes. So here I'm going to come in for a hammer and anvil, and I should finish off that, finish that unit off, and here I've got this lot surrounded. So I've got pretty much, that's the end of this battle. I was really quite stunned I won, because as I said, my ally was a CPU, and the CPU sucks. But yeah, it was really cool, and I don't win tons of battles with this kind of level of victory, so that's why I'm posting it. And about victories and defeats, I will upload some defeats soon. I think I'll upload, maybe 2 or so for every 10 battles or something like that. Because I mean, I do lose probably about 35 to 40% of my battles, so I do lose quite a bit. But anyway, I had 1,103 men, and I got 1,956 kills, and I had 606 remaining. My ally, the CPU, had the same amount of men as me, and got 539 kills, 302 remaining. And my enemies, Trajan of the Seleucids and Infernal Flame of Macedon, Trajan had 1,196 and got 1,136 kills, 115 remaining. He did a nice job, and Infernal Flame didn't do quite as well. He got 1,501 men deployed and 350 kills. And here's the statistics. As you can see, my legionary cavalry did a fantastic job. Everyone getting over 200. This one even got 300. And my legionary cohort each did very well too. So it was really good. My Roman archers certainly performed well too. So all in all, it was a very well performance by Captain Lucius of the House of Julii. Anyway, thank you for watching, and good game to Trajan and Eternal Flame, and I shall see you next time.